Want to play games, bro? I guess. Check. Good.
You can't
deal live.
You.
Oh. There we go. How everybody feeling? Oh, he took it off. Okay, perfect.
Good. Spit the gum out. Good. As you should.
What's popping? Doing things a little different this week. Got flooding in the area. Can't do it. Haley, if you're in here, please comment on the YouTube so I can make you a mod.
And actually use your mod services this time if you need to. If you're in
or
here.
Just get. Never mind. Don't worry about it.
I blame that on your boy.
I mean, that's probably fair. That's probably fair.
That I'm not even gonna out niggas, but it's just no way that shit is on me.
I mean, how did they? Never mind.
Well, neither one.
Never mind. Never mind. Don't answer. Don't answer.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Exactly.
I'm gonna let a couple more people join. We got to get it in the algorithm. Everybody just relax. Appreciate y'all being here. As a matter of fact, the ones that are in here early, it's perfect. Great timing. In the description on the YouTube video, and honestly, if you're watching on X, you need to do this as well. Close the video out. Go to 4PanthersFansOnly.com. We did a shock drop on Saturday, I believe. Saturday afternoon, or matter of fact, Friday. Excuse me. Friday, we released the white and cream Reaper tees. If you haven't purchased yours yet, go get it. Limited time only. I'm just letting everybody know. Limited time only. We also restocked the black ones. So if you haven't gotten your black Reaper tee, you have another opportunity to get that as well. But like I mentioned, we did do a shock drop. White and cream Carolina Reaper tees are available right now on 4PanthersFansOnly.com. If you haven't purchased yours yet, make sure to run over there and go get it. Like I said, we're gonna get started here in about 5 minutes or so. So you have plenty of time. Go to 4PanthersFansOnly.com. Do what you need to do. Make sure you get the right size. Make sure you do what you need to do. Go run that up. Go run that up for sure. Terrence, while I'm doing my promo, don't do all of this.
Nigga, I wouldn't even.
Let me do my promo.
Hey, boy, calm down. I was telling them to run over to the website and get the shit. I didn't care about what you were saying, bro. What you had going on.
Good. Dylan, we don't need that negativity in the chat. We don't need that negativity in the chat. Our people already know that we run just a little behind unless shit is pre-recorded. And they're getting a live this week. So, I mean, everybody just be patient, be calm. I guess Tavian is debuting a new hairstyle for y'all. Little slick back action.
Is it really new though?
I'm not even gonna say what I want to say.
Yeah, keep it to yourself.
I'm not even gonna say what I want to say. No cap. Welcome there. Stop, bro. Stop, bro. Stop.
You got issues, bro.
Welcome to 4 Panthers Fans Only. This is a special edition, I guess you could say. Not really a special edition, honestly. This is around the time that we usually record due to unforeseen circumstances. This is the episode this week. So no full production, no full video production. Nevertheless, we're here. We're here to have a couple of uncomfortable conversations. I wore my XL jersey for one specific reason, because every time anything negative happens as it pertains to FPFO, or anything negative is said as it pertains to FPFO, niggas start immediately attacking me, calling me a fat ass, calling me this and that. Like I don't support our players. So before I say what I have to say and need to get off my chest today, I just want to make sure that everybody is fully aware that I'm still an XL truther. However, we have to have an uncomfortable conversation.
So that's why you wore his jersey? They're trying to save face?
1,000% while I wore
soft,
his
bro.
jersey.
Soft.
Well, I mean, that's fine. The amount of abuse that I take online for shit that I don't even say is like ungodly.
What do you mean?
Have to let everybody know. Oh,
no,
I mean,
what do you mean? What do you mean for what you don't
It's
say?
deserved.
I mean,
It's
I mean, trust me. Oh my god. Oh my god.
Did you not? Are you referring to what was posted last night? Because did you not post that or say that?
What about who?
Christian Roseboom. Is that sparking some of this tension too?
Yes, 1,000%.
But
because the thing about it is specifically on X, like what I've learned about this fan base is that a lot of them don't do a good job with reading comprehension, or they just respond emotionally before even collecting enough data to respond educatedly. I don't even know if that's a word. Nevertheless, yeah, that's part of it. That's part of it. 1,000%. I mean, would you not do the same thing, or you just wouldn't? I told you earlier, y'all don't have to ever worry about it because I'm the one. I'm the one that they're going to attack regardless. So it's okay, and that's okay. I can live with that.
I mean, I feel like you're also the only one that makes wild takes and then screams COE after making a fucking wild take. But
no, that's not accurate. That's not accurate. Because more times than not, I'm not screaming COE. I'm really just giving takes.
Do you
and
believe
more times than not, it'd be factual,
saying?
but it just be like, just based on the personality that I have, anytime they're wrong, I mean, they might as well hang me up there with Jesus on Nazareth. Because, that's what they do regardless. So, I mean, cool. Who gives a fuck? I'm just telling you. I'm telling you something. You know? And it'd be the worst on Twitter, bro. Like, Dylan can put out a tweet. He said multiple times that I don't run the page. But, either way, I'm getting hung for it. So, it is what it is. Like I told you earlier, heavy as the head. I can live with it.
Shit happens.
It's always that.
I mean, it's a fact. It's a fact. Shout out everybody in the chat. YouTube chat jumping already. I don't even know if I can keep up with it. Dylan immediately comes in and starts hating. That's where we'll start. Yeah, most definitely. Like I said, if you're on YouTube, which I see that you are, go to forpanthersfansonly.com. The link is actually in the description below. So if you open up the description, you should see the link to For Panthers Fans Only. So I made it so it's minimal clicks. But yeah, go check those out right now. White and cream available exclusively on forpanthersfansonly.com. Black, again, has been restocked. So if you didn't have your opportunity to get those, go run over and get those right now.
I was told I don't wear mine enough.
This is like the second time you ever worn it on any stream or video.
I don't know.
I think since the day we got it.
It could be.
I think you only worn it once.
And I don't want it like 10 times. That's why I say you wear it.
I was preserving it.
Tavian's burner no longer exists, I don't believe. It just causes me to believe that,
Bro, it's somebody else.
Oh, shit. It's back. It's back.
Got a super in here. Got a super.
Oh God, I'm trying to pull it up. I don't even know how to get it up.
Super.
I'm trying to pull it up. I don't even know how to get it, bro.
One of those.
There it go. Round of applause, man. Round of applause. Facts, man. Hey, shout out Do More Good, bro. Day one supporter. Always showing love to the guys. Love to lie. Go get y'all shirts. Great fabric, very comfortable. Nah, that's real rap. We made sure it's comfortable. It's comfortable. You know what I'm saying? It ain't no fruit of the loom, no gilding type. Nah, nigga, it's gonna lay on you. You know, good threads, man. Good threads. No cap. Go check that out. Do more good. Shout out to you, bro. Appreciate the super chat or super thanks. I don't even know which one. I don't even know how to differentiate between the two. I'm not gonna hold you.
The super thanks is for when the video is like already. It's not a live. Super chats come in live. Super thanks can come in after the video.
Good.
Homework.
Thank you.
Homework. I want to. I want to address one comment. Can I address one comment? I want to address one comment. We might have 31K yard receivers.
You want to jump into it that way?
Yeah.
Okay.
Bring the comment up?
Let me see if I can find it. Are you able to pin comments on your end?
Nah.
Okay. Fact, they are always learning shit from me. That's what I'm here for.
Candyman, what's popping? Candyman, look at Champ. Candyman, man, what's popping, Candyman? Let me see. What chat are you talking about, bro? What
the one about the 3 1K yard receivers? I just seen a number in there
from Money Making Mission LLC.
Shout out Money Making Mission, man.
Unfortunately,
I don't agree with that.
Yeah, unfortunately, I don't think number 17 would be in that conversation. But hey, don't shoot the messenger. He wants to box.
Let me see if I can pull up the note. Let me see if I can pull up my note on my end.
Maybe we need to see if we can get him on that fight card for Vegas with Bud and Canelo.
Someone said, how confident are we that he didn't fuck up his hand after having surgery on his shit for that fight?
Is that where y'all want to start?
I pray that's not the case, boy. Oh my God, I pray that's not the case.
Is that where y'all want to start?
Slander and XL? My favorite topic.
I'm not gonna slander him.
I'm not gonna slander him either, actually.
Yeah, because the simple fact it's a very, and here's why I said we're gonna have an uncomfortable conversation tonight. And I know that it's probably not even gonna be on the live stream because it's a couple of y'all that don't really stand on business when we live, and y'all won't comment until after the video is over, so we don't have a chance to respond directly to you. But y'all be on our tops, and like I said, up to this point, specifically like this off season, I've been an XL truther. I've had to go to bat for XL multiple times on this platform, as well as the full length video productions, as well as just every time I have the opportunity when XL's name is brought up in a negative light, it's always me. I'm always the one that has to defend it, right? The uncomfortable conversation is simply this. When you have a guy, an undrafted guy, that every step of the way up to this point has outproduced you, and then you go into your sophomore year, your second year, however you want to view it, and you have a guy that was having a relatively quiet camp, I would say up until probably about last week, and then we saw him pop up twice against the Browns in 7-on-7s, and then we go to our live game on Friday, preseason week 1 against the Cleveland Browns, and he scores a touchdown in a game in which you were disqualified and ejected because more or less you let your emotions get out of hand transparently, right? And I want to say this too before we even dive any deeper. I love the attitude. Y'all already know on FPFO, we call for niggas to crash something. Like I saw on Twitter the other day or earlier today, I think this may have been Fetty that posted this, but it was showing a video of back in 2023 when we were playing the Minnesota Vikings in BOA, players blown dead. We still got a D lineman that runs through Bryce's face mask and don't nobody slide on shit. And I told Terrence that I remember being in the 500 section with him and my boy Zach, aka 5, and literally wanting to jump on the field from the 500 section and crash something because nobody else on the field was doing it. I took offense to that. And I believe if you go back and watch that episode that we recorded our review for that game, I was infuriated. Nothing short of it. So I'll say that. Number one, I believe that the Carolina Panthers do need somebody that's going to crash something. I'll say that. Go ahead.
I might, depending on what point in that game it was, I might have not even been in the stadium or in the seats.
You were there.
Oh.
You were there, but that was a rough one for you for sure. That was a rough one for all of us. I'll be honest. So I like that. That's number one. But when you look at the deeper, darker situation as a whole, if you're Xavier Legette, unfortunately, you cannot afford to make these type decisions, bro. You just simply can't. This is a special message for Xavier Legette. Xavier Legette, you cannot afford to make these decisions, bro. You can't. And I understand that, hey, it's football. I understand that, you know, when you have these guys that are personality experts that want to deep dive into Dave Canales when they ask him the question in the post-game presser, all of this shit. If you're Xavier Legette, you cannot afford this. You have an undrafted free agent that plays your position outside, right? And I know that people will say that Jalen Coker has the ability to play both. Xavier Legette has it. These are two outside receivers that we're talking about. You have a guy that went undrafted that outproduced you last year and way less reps than you had last season. Outproduced you, if we're just being honest. A guy in which you haven't created really any separation between yourself and him this training camp. You just simply haven't. And so for you to come into a game preseason one, a game in which a lot of fans are hoping to see some amount of improvement for you because you left a lot of a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths at the end of last season, pause. And then this summer you go crazy with the media runs and the music videos and everything in between. And then, you know, the second drive in which the drive after you guys go 3 and out, which we'll dive into that a little bit as well, because I don't understand why as a first team offense, we're going 3 and out against the Browns second string. I don't. But long story short, Xavier Legette, you can't afford to do this kind of shit. And the uncomfortable conversation that we have to have is that, yeah, sure, we brought up the idea that Jalen Coker potentially could be on the bubble earlier in the summer because it was very, very quiet. We had that conversation on this podcast, as well as a lot of y'all on X that will deny it now, but we'll stand on business. Long story short, I believe that Jalen Coker has taken Xavier Legette's job. I do. And if he hasn't done it yet, because I know that the depth chart came out last week, whatever the case may be, if he hasn't done it yet, he's very, 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 very close to do so, because at every opportunity, at every turn, Jalen Coker has outproduced him. Jalen Coker has made more plays in practice. Jalen Coker just seems like the better wide receiver at this time. And if you're a Carolina Panthers fan, the only thing that we can do is hope that this coaching staff rolls out the best 53 and the best starting 22 for us to win football games. And right now, at this very point in time, it feels as though Jalen Coker is that guy. That's the conversation.
So that statement,
it's very simple.
You introducing that statement should have been led by, I was wrong, because you were also the same person that at the start of the offseason claimed that Jalen Coker was 1A on the bubble, and 2, that Xavier Legette would be wide receiver 1, and now we're talking about Jalen Coker taking his job. It's strange. It's strange how you're switching stances like that that fast, but you know, and then you also started this off by wondering why everybody gets on your ass on Twitter and in the YouTube comments because of shit like this. You can't like a month and a half ago claim that Jalen Coker's on the bubble and now sit here today after one preseason game and say Jalen Coker's taking XL's job and XL's not wide receiver 1.
So the first thing that I'll say in response to that is the conversation about Coker being on the bubble was not a month and a half ago. That's number one. That happened 2 weeks ago when he wasn't doing shit in training camp and niggas weren't mentioning his name at all. And every single day we were hearing Legette, Nalo, and Hunter Renfrow. So that's number one. So, I mean, if you want me to admit to having questions about Jalen Coker's spot on this team, I'm not going to do that. When nobody from the beat, nobody from the team, etc., was mentioning Jalen Coker, I'm just simply not going to do that. Now, does that mean that I don't believe that I ever took away from the player or took away from what I believe Jalen Coker was or could be. But it was just like, bro, we have to have honest conversations about a room that is extremely crowded, and you're not doing shit. And every day we're hearing about Jimmy. Every day we're hearing about Hunter. Every day we're hearing about Nalo, etc. And your name isn't being brought up. That's alarming. That is. And so in that regard, if I'm saying it's coming from, excuse me?
Even that, though, we also knew not to take everything that was coming out of training camp literally because there's no eyes, there's no boots on the ground. We can't get any narrative outside of the narrative that the team wants to push. And of course, the team is going to try to push the narrative that makes their top guys look good. Coker, like, regardless of how the fans feel about it or whatnot, Coker isn't one of the organization's top guys because he was an undrafted free agent. Xavier Legette was a first-round pick who was traded up to get, whether, you know, you can trade it up one pick into round, whatever the fuck you want to say. He was traded up to grab, and he's very marketable, obviously, as you can see with the promos and all the other shit that he's been doing outside of football. So of course they're going to want to push the narrative that he looks good and not really give Coker. But every time we saw Coker get an opportunity on the field last season, he looked amazing.
Amazing is a stretch, but okay.
For an undrafted free agent, he looked amazing.
Again,
a rookie undrafted free agent.
Okay. I mean, what would you like? I don't really understand what you're getting at right now. Like, you want me to come up here and get on my hands and knees and suck Coker off? I'm just not going to do that. I'm just saying that there's an uncomfortable conversation to be had. That's the only thing I'm saying. Yeah. And did I believe that Xavier Legette was going to do, like I said from the fucking beginning in April, after we drafted Tetairoa McMillan, my whole stance was, if Xavier Legette is who I believe him to be, then I believe that he's going to respond to them drafting Nalo in a way in which would make him wide receiver one. That's the only thing that my stance has ever been the whole time. And to support that, I say, yeah, cool. I believe he's going to be wide receiver one. Make dumbass bets with Terrence, et cetera, et cetera. But shit has changed. Jalen Coker has taken it more personable or taken it more personal than Xavier Legette has. So who am I to come up here and be like, oh, it's still Xavier Legette? No, I don't necessarily know if that's the case. And if you want me to come up here and apologize to people for giving my opinion at that time, I'm just simply not going to do it. I don't think that's a bad take. I can't determine, or I can't look into the future and say, oh, a nigga is going to fold based on the opportunity that the team has given him time and time again. I'm just simply not going to do that. I'm not going to apologize for giving my takes. I'm not going to apologize for giving my opinion. I'm just not. Like I said, y'all niggas should choose to take the softer route, the path of least resistance when it comes to this shit. And then it's just me that has to bear that shit. So cool. If I have to bear the cross of, oh, Xavier Legette is getting dick put in them by Coker as it pertains to their opportunities, then cool, I'll bear that cross. It is what it is. And like I said, if I was wrong, and we go into the season and Xavier Legette is not getting as many opportunities as Coker, if we're winning football games, I don't give a fuck. That's it. Terrence, you had something to say. I saw your mic come off.
Yeah, I mean, I was going to kind of echo the same sentiment. It's like training camp preseason is for all the guys to put in work, put stuff on tape, and ultimately get better. And Xavier Legette, like you said, like, I don't necessarily, his emotions got the best of him, but kind of what we want to see from the guys in the locker room. I mean, Dan Morgan and Dave Canales has preached that throughout the whole season when they're saying we want dogs in the locker room. I think that that's part of being a dog is, you know, standing up for yourself on the field, not letting some guys bit you around. And unfortunately, he took it a little too far. But at the same time, like, he's messing up his opportunities. He didn't do anything in the preseason game because of that. Also, like this spectacular offseason, and then based on what he did last year, where he struggled with drops, even though he could get open and cause separation, he's just limited his opportunities. And when you got a guy like Jalen Coker who's stepping up and exceeding with every opportunity he gets, then I don't think it's far off for anybody to say that Jalen Coker could potentially take his spot. So I don't feel bad for Excel with whatever happens to him. Like I said from the beginning, like, I want him to be successful. And I said in the offseason, as much publicity as he was getting for the things outside of football, I just hope that he's putting that same work in on the football field to kind of combat that. And I'm not going to say we haven't seen it thus far, but I'm not going to say he hasn't been working on it. He's shooting himself in the foot, basically. And so as much as I like to see him, like, scrap with Brody that he scrapped with, but at the same time, it's like, bro, you were drafted to be the number one receiver. Like, you were drafted to be that guy, to take the pressure off of Bryce Young. When he first came into the league, he has so many bad receivers, and we just couldn't really see the real Bryce. You were drafted to be that guy, and now, like, you're taking food off of your own table. So it's just kind of nasty, but it's like he got to control his emotions a little bit better.
And I'm going to say this just to add more context too. Not necessarily more context, but just to re-emphasize the point that you made. I don't ever want people to come on this platform and think that when we have the conversation about XL, because I know that, Terrence, you've been vocal about this, but I don't ever want it to get misconstrued, because I'll be seeing people doing that too. When we drop clips and they're completely out of context, nobody is challenging at this point. Nobody is challenging the work that XL is putting in. We've seen it on multiple platforms. We've heard people talk about it in the locker room. Yeah, and you making that face like, I don't understand why you're making that face, but nevertheless, we've heard people talk about it in the locker room. We've heard the coaching staff talk about it. We've seen it, like I said, on multiple platforms. There's like 7 or 8 videos that I've seen Xavier Legette in some form or fashion working on his craft. So I don't ever want that to be misconstrued when we have this conversation. It's not necessarily about the work that he's putting in. It's all about the lack of grabbing the opportunity by the horns and taking it to the next level. Like Terrence just said, I mean, we drafted you to be wide receiver 1. We just simply did. That is a fact. When you trade up and go get a guy, which me and Tavian have gone damn near the blows behind this shit, but when you trade up to get a guy, unfortunately, there's a certain level of production that we expect from you. And up to this point, we just simply haven't seen it from Xavier Legette. We haven't. And every single time we see Jalen Coker, it seems like he's making another play. I don't even know if I need to bring up the play that he made today, because I'm sure everybody has seen it. But, I mean, for shits and giggles, like, if you're Xavier Legette, you're getting ejected, and then the following day, the first full practice that we have, this is what we have to see. When we're talking about a guy that will potentially or has the ability to take your spot, this is what we have to see. And, again, we always tell y'all don't fall victim to the propaganda, but this is just what's going on. This is just what's going on. This is what we have to see. And so, like, that's the shit that we got to see. And then, when I go to Dave Canales' press conference, this is what he has to say.
Up to now, like, we're going to play the best guys, and the guys that we can count on, the guys that make plays, the guys that make the catch. Out of Tracy Smith's dad, Tater Smith, Tater would always say, a receiver's good is when you throw it to him to catch it. And Jalen has really showed to be one of the more reliable guys that we have, whether it's contested or he's, open in space. He plays strong to the ball, and, he had 2 really amazing plays in the go ball where he went up over JT Broughton and kind of took it, off of his shoulder and finished the play finished on his feet and ran the ball into the end zone. And he keeps showing us like that, he's going to be on the field playing. There's no doubt about it. So, we love all of our guys. I have high hopes for this group in general, but that's the nature of competition. And that's what it does, is all of a sudden you see people elevate and rise and really show who they are. Just
and so you hear that kind of through whatever lens or you view it through whatever lens you want to view it through. But to me, that sounded like there was multiple shots at XL in that. And y'all feel free to comment if y'all want. But to me, there's multiple shots in XL in that clip.
Absolutely.
No question about it.
When he talked about being able to trust them, when he talked about being able to catch the ball. Yeah, that's XL to a T right there from what we've seen, because you can't trust him to stay on the field if you can't check his emotions. And you can't trust him to catch the fuck. Ooh, I still did it.
Tighten up, bro. We live.
You can't trust him to catch the ball. You can't trust him to catch the ball, as we've seen multiple times last season. Now, so everybody will run to his defense and be like, but his wrist.
He had to have surgery. They don't forget he had to have surgery. You gotta have surgery. Don't say everybody, nigga. You started the show. You started the show off by shooting at me, so you might as well keep shooting, nigga. Yeah, he had to have surgery.
It's not just you, because there'll be other fans in the comment that'll make the same claim about his wrist. Well, if you're healthy enough to be out on the fucking field, if you don't think that your wrist is hindering you enough to play, to prevent you from playing, then you need to catch the ball. I don't care about your wrist.
Chance, what do you have?
I mean, I think the same thing. Like, I think that everything Dave Canales said was accurate, and all of it was directed towards XL. Now, XL has two ways he can approach this. Like, he can listen to that and get in his feelings about it, and continue to be a Debbie Downer and get down on himself and continue to look like bullshit. Or he can listen to that, use it as motivation, and seize the next opportunity that he has. But all in all, he has to know that there is a guy in that room. There are multiple guys in that room who have the capability of taking his job and taking his reps from him. And I think with this coaching staff and this front office, like, this is not a time where it's like, we're going to coddle our players. These are the guys we like, so no matter what, they're going to play. No, this fan base is fed up with losing football. The players in the locker room are fed up with losing football. And I think the front office and coaching staff know that. And so by that account, they're going to put the best players on the field. Like Dave Canales said, if you can play ball, if you're out there hooping, you're going to get on the field. I don't care what your name is. I don't care where we drafted you at. Like, if you simply can't play ball, then you won't be seeing the field. I mean, it may be unfortunate, but that's just the reality of the situation. So he has a chance to make it right. But step one has to be staying on the field. Like we always talk, the best ability is availability. Now, usually that goes towards injuries and not towards ejection shit, but that still falls into that same category.
Yeah, I would agree. And QJ made a phenomenal point. I mean, if you're a Carolina Panthers fan, which is, obviously now, and I see this on X, so don't act like this is my word, Tavian, because I know that's how you're gonna try and spin it, and I'm sure niggas is gonna try and clip this. I see people on already making trade scenarios for Xavier Legette. I see it already. That's the only thing that I'm going to say. Now, I'm not going to say if I agree or disagree with that. Actually, yes, I will. I totally disagree with that. Totally disagree with you moving on from XL already, especially with the amount of capital that you gave up to get them. Totally disagree, but I see y'all on X doing it already. And just to speak to QJ's point, I mean, if they bench Bryce Young, unfortunately for Xavier Legette, nigga, you're not exempt. You're not exempt. You're just simply not. So, I mean,
100%.
Yeah. Something has to change.
Speaking to the trust aspect of it, what Josh just said, had to have surgery on your wrist, and then you go out and throw haymakers at a helmet.
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Literally makes no sense. I did the same shit in high school in practice, and my coach was literally like, "You're a fucking dumbass." He was like, "You punching this guy in the helmet, like it's literally not hurting him. You're doing more harm to yourself than you are to him." Like, it's at the end of the day, it's stupid. So it's just like he just got to be better in those situations, and we can chalk it up to him being a young player. But I mean, at the same time, bro, this is a big man's league. Like, you just got to make smarter decisions, especially when not literally your life is on the line, but your job is on the line. So,
is anybody going on record tonight and saying that Coker is taking bro's job? Anybody on the cast, or niggas ain't gonna let their nuts drop tonight?
I'm not ready.
Hey, so when I say what I say, bro, when I say what I say, and niggas get on my top because you make take out so cool, nigga, cool. See, chat. That's the only thing I wanted to do was test the temperature, bro. That's it,
bro.
See, just because I about want to get there. I about want to say it, but I just know because of where he was drafted, he's going to get more opportunities. Because of where he was drafted and because of his God-given natural gifts, being his athleticism and his speed, he's going to get more opportunities.
And then Big Walt, it's people like you, bro. Nigga on here acting like David Newton, let that ejection shit go. Yeah, you're saying that it's a one-off situation, but you got to understand the guy that we're talking about. You got to understand the baggage that has came before that. The guy had to have off-season surgery. He dropped a lot of passes last year. He was like, out of all the rookies, he damn near led the league in drops. He was in the top percentile for drops. He also still doesn't have that connection with Bryce as you would expect him to have. One, because Bryce missed a couple games being benched. I think XL missed a game or so. He was also a rookie. So it's not about like it's just one situation, but you got to take into the back. Like this nigga has had all of this shit come to the front, and then this is how he chooses to approach the situation. When everybody is looking for him to make that jump, make that improvement until next season, you still have a young quarterback. You still have a young team who wants to win football games. And then unfortunately, their player that is supposed to be the number one receiver and hasn't shown that up until this point starts the first fucking preseason game off by getting ejected. So it's bigger than it's just one situation.
Yeah, I'm gonna echo that. You Big Walt, you must have came in a little bit late, but I preface everything that I said with I personally like the attitude. And you know, if you watch FPFO at all, you know we championship like this. So the Dave Newton allegation is, I mean, absolutely disgusting. That's number one. Number two, nobody is mad at him for getting ejected. I personally don't give a fuck that he got ejected. If I'm being honest with you, it's a meaningless, worthless preseason game. But like Terrence just said, it's everything accumulating. It doesn't have anything to do with the ejection. It has things to do with the drops that we saw last year, the injury that you had to have off-season surgery for, and not only that, but in that same breath, we have a nigga that's right behind you that was more productive than you last year, and every single day over for the past week and a half, he's been making plays. He's been making plays. So don't come in here. Don't spew those type accusations, bro, because that's not what it is. Nobody is mad about the ejection. Actually, at least I'll speak for myself. I'm not mad about the ejection. I'm more disappointed than anything because, like I said, I've been the biggest champion for XL that I have seen in the space as a whole. I've been the biggest champion for XL that I've seen in this space as a whole. So don't come up here with those type accusations like, oh, you're just mad about the ejection. No, I don't give a fuck. I like dogs on my team that'll crash out. I do. But in that same breath, when you crashing out and you're not producing, and a guy that is on your heels is producing every single day, yeah, unfortunately, shit starts to get a little convoluted. It does. It does. So, I mean, you can take that however you want to take it, but nobody is mad about the ejection, and nobody is harping on the ejection for the ejection in itself. It's more so the player, and again, highlighting the fact that he's had an opportunity, or he currently has an opportunity, and yet again, he's falling short. He's falling short. That's the only thing that we're saying. I don't care. If he wants to crash out every fucking day, crash out every day. But make sure that when you crash out, you have the ability to give us 6-7 catches a game for 70, 80 plus yards. And we have not seen that from Xavier Legette. We haven't. So, whatever. That shit almost got me hot. I almost started sweating off that shit there. Just because he mentioning David Newton. Don't do that, Big Walt. You already know, bro, because I seen you in the comments multiple times, and I know you're a supporter of the show. So shout out to you for the love. But you already know how we give it up. You know what I'm saying? You tell me that a Robert Hunt, or a Chuba Hubbard is crashing something. We done seen Chuba Hubbard crash out 3 times this training camp specifically. Ain't nobody said nothing about that because we know what we gonna get for Chuba. We know what we getting from Chuba. Come on, dog. Come on, bro. Anyways, sorry for the outburst. This is the risk of running a live show and having the comments at our disposal. Because some of y'all will get me hot. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not gonna hold you. I'll say it's Coca right now. No, 1,000%.
Yeah,
we got another super chat.
We did.
Round of applause. Round of applause. Round of applause. Will said, this is an overreaction. Go slow. Hey, we're going as slow as possible. But at some point or another, that fucking clock starts ticking.
Yeah, I'm going slow now it's ticking. Because my thought process coming into the show, I done dialed it back a little bit. because I was gonna come in here and slander his name, but and then I see Doug's comment saying I'm loving it. I mean, all of that is cool, but it's just simply not the case, bro.
He's loving every second of it. Both of them are actually. That's why Tavian just sitting there down there smiling, cheeks all rosy and shit. They both love it, and that's where things start to get misconstrued, bro. We just want success of the Carolina Panthers. That's it.
Do I enjoy seeing receivers produce? Yes, I do, and so I am loving Jalen Coker putting on a show. And have I been a Jalen Coker fan from the jump? Yes, I have.
Yeah, but you've also become a damn near unbearable Xavier Legette hater because of my support for him. And the people that watch this consistently know that, which is why
I'm not
being addressed the way that y'all are.
I'm not a hater of Xavier Legette. I'm an objective critic. No. And from what I've seen from Xavier Legette, I give him his credit. He gets open. He's fast. He runs good routes. Cool. He just doesn't catch the ball, which is the most important part. That's the only thing I've said. And then I got to see you in the offseason doing everything under the sun except being on the jug machine. And then you say, yeah, he had workout videos. Yeah, he had his videos with Route God where he also dropped passes. But it's hey, it's okay. I'm again objective critic. That's all.
I don't know about that. Andy actually fucked a couple of the receivers that we needed to see. He actually did not give them a good look this past week. He didn't. He did not give us a good look at all. I don't know what happened. Okay, he's back. Yeah. I mean, QJ, I don't know, bro. They have him as wide receiver 7 right now. And like I say, I mean, Andy missed him on a deep ball that he should have hit. It was actually 2. I think it was actually 2 because one that I don't even know unless you have all 22 access. There was one where the pass wasn't even attempted, but he did blow in 25, 30 yards down the field. And then the other one where Andy just did. So,
Is that the one where Andy didn't throw it and kicked his own feet out from under him?
Yes.
Yeah, that was nasty too.
That was so bad. That was so bad.
Yeah, facts, bro. This is the thing, bro. This is what they do, bro. It's like almost like it's not. I won't even say divide and conquer, but they just go 2v1 every time. They go 2v1 every time, and then JJ gets slandered and slaughtered and damn near crucified on X. But this is what they do.
Give it a break, bro. Give it a break, bro.
Yeah. And I will say, in wrapping the whole Xavier Legette topic up, I still believe in him. Just because the past week and a half has been tough, I'm not going to turn my back on the guy. If I come into the preseason and say, "Hey, DJ Johnson, please show me something," if I didn't turn my back on DJ Johnson yet, totally, Xavier Legette, nigga, you have a long leash.
I think you were saving face. I'm not gonna lie, but I still don't understand that sentiment. What did DJ Johnson do in a preseason game? If you don't mind me asking, I'm just asking.
We'll talk about it.
We got another super chat here.
Good. Round of applause.
Shout
out Carter in the building.
Yeah.
Oh,
Matter of fact, we're gonna take this time right now. Matter of fact, let me pull this shit up, bro. Let me pull it up. Relax, everybody, chill. I don't know why I'm hearing snickering in the background.
I'm just thinking about them narratives you be trying to push, bro. They're actually sad, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
What narrative? Okay, never mind. Don't worry about it. Huge shout out to Carter for the super chat.
Wait, QJ, can you? I want some clarification because I was just doing some counting here. Who is Jimmy better than if he's the 4th best wide receiver on the team?
He's not the 4th best receiver on the team. Nalo, Coker, AT, Thielen. ATXL. And then, down there with David Moore. And I don't know if I'm putting Jimmy above Hunter Renfrow right now, to be honest. But
are we gonna talk about David Moore at all?
I mean, we can. I think we got some insight from Dave Canales why he's still around. But before
I think he kind of proved why he was still around. Maybe that's just me though.
Go buy these right now. If you haven't already, go to 4PanthersFansOnly.com. I think if you scroll down, if you come right here, we got the white and we got the cream available. Medium through 4XL, all available right now on 4PanthersFansOnly.com. Close the stream out, and go cop that right now. Everybody close the stream down. Go to 4 Panthers Fans Only right now. Go cop your white cream and black Carolina Reaper tees because we did restock those as well. All available. David Moore, we're going to keep 7 receivers so he's safe. Let's just say that.
I think he had a hell of a showing in that in the preseason game.
Did he?
I thought so.
He caught like 2 or 3 balls.
Just kept making plays.
Yeah.
I have to watch because I slandered him. I ain't gonna lie, I slandered David Moore a couple weeks back.
He did more than XL in the game. Yes. All right, I'm done.
But leave it to me. Leave it to me. I'm the one that slandered his name. I'm the one that slandered his name, though. So cool. But it's me. I create these false narratives for Terrence. But this is the type of shots that I've had to deal with all offseason.
I made one comment, bro. One comment.
Just crazy. No cap. Another super chat round of applause. At some point or another, we'll get the soundboard for when we go live. That's a great question. That's a great question. Let me just answer your question with another question. How do you think a first round wide receiver that is only going into year 2 is viewed by the front office? They're going to want to protect their asset for more reasons than one. They gave up a lot of draft capital to get him. That's number 1. Number 2, again, this is only his second year. So all of these conversations that we are having currently, they can all be changed and turned on their heads if XL comes out the first 3 weeks of the season and goes absolutely berserk. And so I think that it's the front office's job to understand that, which is why, the scenarios of XL being traded is way, way, way too early for those type of conversations. It just simply is. But based on the amount of capital they spent on him, and based on what I perceive Xavier Legette's value would be right now, if you were to hypothetically put him on a block, he's favored highly because he's a first round pick. Like they're just not going to give up on a guy that was drafted in the first round that fast. They're just not. But I don't believe that we'll hear any rumors or anything like that about XL being traded coming from the Panthers camp because, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We gave up too much capital. I think that a lot of what the front office's perception or perspective on Xavier Legette is being created off of or has been created off of at this time is based on the amount of work that I assume and that we've heard he put in the offseason. So if I'm in the front office and I'm checking into the building every single day and I'm walking around the facilities every single day, and every single day I see Xavier Legette, I'm still going to have a significant amount of faith in him. He's still going to be highly favored in my book. 1,000%. So, I don't know, bro. I think that he's still straight. Like, we talk about the ejection or whatever, but, it's the preseason. And we're also talking about he put hands and feet on a nigga that also caused problems on Wednesday with Chuba Hubbard. So it's not like he just randomly started teeing off on a nigga. He blocked through the echo of the whistle, like Dave Canales and the coaching staff preaches, and bro still has his hands on him. Nigga, get your hands off me. Why your hands still on me? And he tried to get his hands off. He couldn't. So he went and piecing the nigga up. I mean, if I'm in the front office, this is, again, just JJ, and I know that I have problems. But if I'm in the front office, unfortunately, nigga, that is not going to move you any further down my list. More so than you just simply not producing. But I still think they have a lot of faith in them. I do. But who knows? It could be reps. I mean, like I say, it could be reps. It really could. But I just don't think it is. It's too early.
Yeah, I don't think it is per se. I just think it's more so like there's now opportunity for other guys to cut into his reps. Like, I don't think that in any way the front office is thinking about completely shipping XL off like some people have been alluding to, or completely doing away from XL. But I also think in that same breath, like they're not going to shy away from giving those other guys opportunity to show what they can do in place of XL. I think that's simply what it is.
Yeah, there's already a framework for how to handle this situation, and they showed it with Bryce last year. When the guy's not producing, you pull him, you sit him until he gets his head screwed back on right, and until the guy in front of him slips up and messes up their opportunity.
Or gets in a car wreck.
Or crashes a car. Yeah, yeah, exactly.
And I will say this, for all of the people out there that are like myself and think that there is a script and think that we live in a simulation, if you're a Panthers fan, a lot of shit that has gone on over the last week to week and a half, coupled with the fact that Jennifer Lopez got a divorce or broke her engagement off, coupled with Ohio State winning a national championship.
Put money on it.
With J.C. Horn wrecking his car, Cam 2014. Coupled with the fact that Josh Norman, Cam Newton 2.0, Xavier Legette versus bum-ass nigga from Cleveland. Hey, the sky looks exceptionally blue. And for those of us that like that type shit, it looks processed blue to me. I'm not going to lie. I'm not here to lie to y'all.
Calm down, bro.
Calm down. Just stand out like overly optimistic JJ peeking through. It could.
It is.
Yeah, I figured you would say that. This is the same nigga that, matter of fact, never mind.
Go slow. This ain't the pod for it.
Yeah. If y'all haven't already, make sure to tap in with us on social media. It's cutting Tavion's face off a little bit, his body. So I'm not going to leave it up here for too long. But if y'all haven't already, I know we have a good amount of people on watching on X right now. But if y'all haven't tapped in with us on social media and DSP, do so right now. Also, if you're on X and you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, you go to YouTube and you search for Panthers Fans Only. You can find us there. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and turn that bell notification on if you are watching on YouTube currently. Shout out to all the mods. Shout out to the chat. It's booming tonight. Shout out to everybody that's in the building. We do have a couple of more things that we want to go through, including just talking about the game as a whole. I don't even know what the final score of the game was. I know that we lost by like 3 possessions.
30 to 10.
What was it?
Yeah.
30 to 10.
30 to 10. So we lost by 20. What did y'all think? Or do y'all want me to go first? I feel like I've been talking a lot.
Where are we starting at? I mean, I think that
that's kind of like an overarching view, like just overall.
I mean, I have complete faith in the first string offense. I know that they ended up going 3 and out the first drive, but there was still like some promise there. Chuba popped a good run, then he dropped the ball, and then Bryce ended up getting sacked. But because I think Josh Yeeman or Yosh, I don't even know his name. He's ass to me. But he's sorry as hell to me. But either way, I think that the first string offense is very promising. I like what I've seen from Tet, him getting that chemistry with Bryce early on. I think Bryce is on a lot more anticipation than he was last year. Like I was telling them in the chat, it's literally like they don't have to do too much. The receivers don't have to do too much. Like as soon as they turn their head, just catch the ball. The ball is right there. And Nalo dropped one in the end zone like that. And he looked back at Bryce, put his stuff up like, yeah, that's on me. The ball was right there. right there for me to make a play. That's on me. I think the run game from a standpoint still look good. So I have a lot of faith in the offense. Now the defense, it's a lot left to be desired. I'm not gonna lie. And I was saying the other day, I still think even the first 2 drives, they got off the field the first 2 drives. But I think a lot of the defense, it was schemed up well. I think some of it is still reverting back to last year where there were missed tackles, missed assignments, like guys were overshooting way, way, way too much, and allowing the quarterback to just get out of harm's way. Shedeur should have been sacked like 3 or 4 times in those first 2 drives, and guys were just whiffing on it. So I think there's a lot to be desired there. JJ was telling me not to trip and not to overreact, but honestly, coming from a fan standpoint, it's kind of hard to watch that. Even though it's a preseason game, it's kind of hard to watch that when your defense was the worst defense in NFL history last year, giving up the most yards in history. Like, it's kind of hard to see them get 30 points put on them by the Cleveland Browns. But there was a lot of good things to take away from a lot of individual players. But I think collectively as a defensive unit, there's a lot left to be desired there, especially in the middle linebacker room. And then there was some underwhelming performances by a couple of the defensive linemen as well. But it's preseason, so hopefully the shit doesn't last long. You got 2 more games to get it strung together. And then I think a week after that before you go to week 1 and face Jacksonville in Jacksonville. So there's still time for improvement. But, yeah.
Yeah, I think I would echo some of those sentiments as well. I thought the first team offense looked amazing, in particular on the second drive. I thought Bryce looked extremely sharp. I'm not going to say amazing for the first team offense, but I think Bryce looked amazing. I thought he looked very sharp, was definitely throwing with anticipation, was putting the ball on the money, and his feet were quiet. Like, one of the things that you notice if you go back and look at it, his feet were quiet. Every throw was like, it was just flowing. And I think that's what I've said it numerous times. I think Bryce is at his best when the game is coming to him and he's just not forcing it. And I don't think he was forcing anything. He, like you said, he put the ball right on the money for Tet in the end zone. Before Tet even got his head around, the ball was on its way and it was there as soon as he turned. Like, that was an amazing throw. But from a defensive perspective, there was a lot that I didn't like that I saw. And then it doesn't help that this is the team that had the worst defense in NFL history last year. Like, they didn't really help their case too much, in my opinion, especially when you see a guy like Turk put the performance out that he put out. I mean, woo! And I know you'll get on him later.
Can I just interrupt? I'm sorry.
Yeah, please,
I've been letting y'all cook the whole time. I'm not gonna lie. If that is the type of shit that we're gonna get from Turk Wharton this season, he should have just stayed his ass in Kansas City.
Yeah,
he should have just stayed his ass in Kansas City. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just telling y'all right now.
Yeah,
that shit was bad. Pathetic. Continue. My apologies, but I just had because that shit. I mean, even when you turn on the film, just really, really bad. And I understand it's preseason and you're a champion and you're an established vet at this point. But nigga, can we at least get 3 or 4 reps strung together with maximum effort, or is that too much to ask?
And see, and that's where now after seeing that, I even question, was that maximum effort? Like, is that what you really have in your bag? Like, to
I don't believe that
there and do that, because that half-ass, that was bad. I mean, that just looked nasty.
The clip I sent.
Yeah, that was
terrible. That was terrible.
And same thing from the linebacking room. I didn't really see. One of the guys that I wanted to look out for was Bam. I mean, I saw Bam make more negative plays than I saw him make positive plays. That was rough. Christian Roseboom didn't look too hot. I questioned Lathan Ransom. I didn't even barely notice when he was on the field, and he's supposed to be this guy that's been making all the plays in camp. And it's just like, where are we at? So, yeah, man, I just gave me a little cause for pause. But I will say, take it with a grain of salt though, because Shedeur was not playing like a rookie, and I think that Dion has coached him pretty well throughout his life, and you can clearly see his mechanics have sped up since college, and Shedeur was putting the ball on the money. So there is that to take into account too.
Yeah. Couple of things for me. Me and Terrence had a good link conversation on the way back Well, first and foremost, I mean, I didn't even tell the story about how I don't even know if I want to tell her or if I just want to wait until we're actually live in person. Actually, yeah, I won't. But long story short, ran out of gas on the way back to the city. Yeah, that shit had me hot. I'm not gonna lie. I was chilling at first, but it pissed me off. But I say all of that to say, me and Terrence spoke after the game, as we usually do. It's actually one of my favorite parts of game day, specifically when we're at a home game, when me and Terrence had an opportunity to ride back to our location where we're going for that night, and discussing the game. Sometimes, listen, I will say, sometimes it takes us an hour and a half to kind of muster up the courage to speak to each other, just because it's just pure disgust sometimes. But all of that being said, we reenacted that over the phone this week. And I had to kind of calm Terrence down a little bit because he was very, very, very upset. Like he said, based on the defensive performance that we saw. Number one, the thing that I'm going to tell the fan base and the people that watch us specifically is that don't overreact, bro. Don't overreact. It's the preseason. It's preseason week 1. So even I think that this team will look defensively, I think will look different next week against Houston. And I think when we round things off against Pittsburgh, we'll see an even better unit because we're still going through camp. I know we only have like 3 or 4 practices left, but you're still getting those mental reps. You're still having those meetings. You're going to have film to actually look over and study with you actually being live. So I will say, after saying all of that, there were some terrible, terrible things that I saw. I know that I got on Turk's ass, but it's more so because, like, bro, we need you to be a leader. Like, you have that championship pedigree. You've been to the highest top of the mountain, highest peak of the mountain. You know what it takes. And like the effort that I saw on film, it wasn't that of a leader. So I think that's why that kind of pissed me off. I saw a couple of good things from Bobby Brown. That run defense, I will say, like, you know, all the beat is telling us that in practice, we're shutting the Browns' rushing offense down. I mean, the way that we got punched in the mouth the first 3 or 4 drives from a rush defense standpoint, that was alarming to me. Personally, I will say that that's something that I'm not overreacting to because, again, it is the preseason. Again, J.C. Horn and Derek Brown didn't play. We saw a couple of guys on a limited snap count, but that was alarming. It was alarming that at the point of attack, off the line of scrimmage, you're getting pushed back 4, 5, 6 yards against a second-string unit. That is alarming. It is.
Yeah, and you had 4 Browns rushers that averaged 4 yards or more per carry.
Yeah, and that is not going to cut it because that's very, very similar to what we saw last year. It is. Like, it's a guarantee you're going for 150 plus against the Carolina Panthers if you're playing against them and you're a running back.
Especially on this cast, specifically you, JJ, have talked about how the front 7, how this defensive line has to be the anchor of the defense because that secondary, they're just not where we be. We think there needs to be another piece there, and definitely that damn linebacker room. I think that it's to the point now they might be worse off than the secondary. So it's like everything has to start up front. Tavian says that a lot, but really, really, really pay attention because everything is going to start up front with that defensive line. And if they can't get no push, if they can't stop the run, it's going to be very, very nasty going into the back half of the season or the season in general.
Yeah, I would totally agree with that. Now, off of that, I will say I saw Trevan Wallace make some good plays. It's a guy that we've been very, very critical of on this podcast specifically. I know a lot of you guys in the fan base feel very similar to the way that we do about Trevan Wallace. He made some good plays. Now, again, it's something that I'm not overreacting to because it's preseason and you got to show me. But he made some good plays and he does look like he was playing a tad bit faster, or he did look like he was playing a tad bit faster. So I will give Trevan Wallace credit on that. Now, does that mean that I'm ready to say he's going to break out for a Pro Bowl year? Absolutely not. I'm going to go slow, exceptionally slow, based on what he showed me last year. But did look like there was some development. So I'll give him credit on that. Another guy that defensively stood out to me, Nick Scorton. We'll talk about him a little bit later on, but I mean, my God, like you talk about a guy that has been exceptionally quiet during camp. When them lights came on, I mean, went to another level. I think Dylan told me today that he only played like 13 snaps or 16 snaps, something of the sort.
It was 16.
And 16?
Yeah, I believe so.
Yeah. And I'm not going to lie, there was at least half of the reps that he was on the field for, there was production from him. And he impacted the play in some form or fashion. That's how it felt to me personally. Just because I kept seeing 11 being at the game, I keep seeing 11 like hopping up near the pile, knocking passes down, etc. So very, very impressed by Nick Scorton. I'm excited to see what he is going to develop into as the season goes on, and even specifically this preseason, because he had the sack on the stat sheet, but I want to see him actually get a sack and not just escort the quarterback out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. So that was a positive. Corey Thornton, we'll talk about him a little bit more as well, but I think in this guy, he is everything as advertised, everything that we've been seeing from the beat. I know that, that first touchdown was on him, but if you go look at the film, you go look at that highlight, you go look at that play over and over again, that shit is just a phenomenal, outstanding throw from Shedeur Sanders, because there's really nowhere for him to put it but one place. So I'm not knocking him for that at all. I love what he did from a special team standpoint. Love what he did in coverage. Love what I saw on film. There were a couple of reps that he did lose. There were a couple of reps where he was in press coverage and it didn't look the best. But this is another guy that we can almost put in that umbrella with Jalen Coker and Damani Richardson as being another guy that this front office has found, undrafted wise, that could potentially be productive for this team. Offensively, Jalen Coker, we spent a lot of time on him already. Go ahead, Terrence. I'm sorry.
I was just going to say they hit on a negative on defense. Ball is ass.
Who's that?
Shamar Bartholomew.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God. Listen.
He's ass.
Listen, I've seen people try to gas him up. It's over with for that nigga. For me. I'm not gonna lie. And this could be one of those takes where we look back 6 or 7 months from now and it's just like, oh, JJ has terrible takes, whatever. I'm just telling y'all, he's horrible. And I say that with all due respect. I'm not attacking him as a person. I'm not gonna call him out of his name. His play is dog shit. It is. He's terrible. And to me, he should be cornerback 5. Honestly. JC, Mike, Shaw, Corey, Shamar. He's ass. He is. Go ahead, Tavian, excuse me.
I was gonna say, yeah, can't call him out of his name, but you can definitely comment on his fucking piss poor play.
Yeah, I mean, just honestly, just looked like a little ass boy. That's how I saw it. I'm not here to lie to y'all. That's how it looked to me.
He looked lost.
Lost. Yeah. Offensively, I like what I saw. Like, listen, there's a couple of guys offensively that I'm not thinking about and not worried about. Chuba is one of those guys. I don't know where that narrative, like, it only stuck around for like maybe 12, 13 hours after the game. But I don't really understand why there was even a discourse on if Rico Dowdle should be getting more of Chuba's reps when we saw Chuba get limited reps. And we saw, if you look at the film, if you look at them as players and look at what they did in their 1,000-yard seasons last year, Chuba's was a little bit better than Rico's, in my opinion. It was. I like what Chuba does a little bit more than Rico, even though I believe Rico is a talented back.
Yeah, and I know Panthers fans, Rico is new to y'all's organization, so you're not super like familiar yet with the type of player he is, but Rico was a guy that really should have never been a lead back and was kind of thrusted into that role because Ezekiel Elliott had one foot in a retirement home. And Rico quite simply was the only running back on the Cowboys roster with any type of juice to him. And that's the reason that you saw him get 1,000 yards. He was still rushing. That 1,000-yard season was not it wasn't the prettiest 1,000 yards that you've ever seen. I can go ahead and let you know he's very firmly a running back too.
Yes.
But while we're on the topic of the game and we were talking about the defense, I did want to make a comment about Princely, a guy who had been showing out and looked really good in camp up to this point. By all accounts, seemed like that guy was talking real crazy. And then we go to the game and it was very quiet. It was very quiet from Princely, and I was kind of shocked by that, honestly. I expected a lot more from 30.
You can say it. You don't got to sugarcoat it, bro. We just simply not going to change who we are. Yeah, Princely Yellen did a lot of talking, a lot of chatting, had niggas like me going to bat for him, all that. Yeah, we ready to cop jerseys, all of that. I didn't see it. He didn't do shit.
Yeah, I mean, for the overall majority, yeah, he didn't really do much. He had a few good reps. He made a few good hustle plays where I seen him chasing guys down the field. But for as much as he was talking, I was expecting a little bit more. But I mean, you got to make your money. So I expect to see more from him next game. But yeah, he didn't really show much this game, honestly.
We have a hater in the building. Shout out to Josh. Josh is a hater, everybody. Or excuse me, John. My bad, John.
Congrats, John. Congrats. I have us at 7 wins, so I mean,
yeah. And if that tells you anything, I tell Terrence he's a hater every single week when he tells me that he has us at 7 wins. So
no, JJ tells me I'm a hater because he makes bets that I'm gonna fucking win. And let me go ahead and tell you, you want to know, he texted me, and I told you I was gonna address it on the pod. He texted me, he like, bro, we gotta cancel every XL bet we got. Bro, please let me cancel the bet. Mind y'all, we probably got like $300 on XL bets alone.
Not now the nigga,
how much is it? One is 100 in particular.
Which one is that?
Like at the 1,000 yards or something like that, whatever it is.
I don't think I took him at 1,000 yards.
You took him at something.
I will have
like
to check my ledger.
Yeah, I can check mine too. But yeah, basically he's trying to crawl back on every XL bet he's made, and I'm just here to say I'm not gonna let him do it.
You got to paint the full narrative. You got to paint the full narrative because he quite literally, I shit you not, chat, literally was begging for mercy.
Begging.
That is a fact. I can't deny that. I did ask Terrence to take all bets off regarding XL, and I asked him to give me mercy because we have probably $1,000 worth of bets. And unfortunately, if I can save $200 or $300 on XL, I'm gonna do it because especially after what Canales said. Yeah, nigga, we gotta go with a nigga we can trust, a nigga that can catch the ball. Unfortunately, XL doesn't fall into that category at this very time. That's how I heard it.
QJ said it was 850. Let me go check.
Thank you, QJ. See, and this is why I love our loyal viewers.
Nigga, no. I have 1,000 in my book. Bro.
Hey, QJ, thank you, bro.
Bro,
50.
No, bro. It's
whatever the chat says, bro. That's what it is because we did it on live.
No, I believe the discussion. I believe you wanted to move it to 850, but I think the line was at 1,000, and you wouldn't do it.
Yeah, it may have initially been at 1,000, but we didn't never lock in on 1,000.
No, the line was at 1,000. You locked in at 1,000 because you got stubborn, like you always do when it comes to this betting shit. You get stubborn. You try to prove a point. And then you make an irrational bet, and that's when niggas pull the belt out.
It was 1,000. It's sorry. I appreciate you trying to cover for him.
I'm about to pull it up. To pull it up. I trust my book more than I trust yours.
It was 1,000, bro.
It was 1,000.
Don't edit. Okay, good. I thought you was about. I saw that thumb moving.
Can we? Do you mind if we cut that bet down to 50? No. Never mind.
I'll take you at 850.
No, it's okay. Thank you.
No, you don't even think he gonna get that now?
It's okay. I plead the fifth. I plead the fifth at this time. Yeah. I don't know. What else from the game? Shout out Shador. I told Terrence Shador brought the whole city out, nigga. Yeah. I'm not gonna hold you. This shit was more packed. I'm gonna say this, and I think I feel relatively confident in doing so. I think the game Friday was more packed than any regular season game I've been to over the last 2 years outside of the Cowboys, Chiefs, and maybe the Bengals. Maybe. Other than that,
Bryce's first game.
It was deep. Sunday Night Football against New Orleans.
Was it Sunday night or was it a Monday night game?
Monday night. Monday night.
Yeah, that one was packed out.
I don't know. I can't remember that one too well, to be honest. That was a while ago.
Oh, but speaking on the team as a whole, special teams, ass.
My God. Oh my God. Oh my God.
Raheem Blackshear, thank you so much for your services. God. Raheem, he got to go. I'm not going to lie.
Hey, that special teams unit, I'm not going to lie. Sam Martin, round of applause. You did your job as a punter. Everybody else, and I told him, matter of fact, I don't even know if I want to say that. Actually, yeah, I will. Hey, I don't know what role Coach Bates plays with the special teams. Coach Bates got to get the shit in order. Because the returns look god-awful. Jimmy, Trevor, Raheem, everybody. Ass. Terrible. David Moore. I mean, Trevor, we got niggas muffing kicks, muffing punts because they get tapped on their bicep and we're fumbling the ball and giving Shador a 16-yard drive in which every Browns fan in the building is on their hands and knees, plus some Panthers fans. And this is what we'll have to deal with, right? You know, so it's just like, yeah, it was. Thank you so much for bringing that up.
That shit is going to get us beat. It's going to cost us a game or two. I'm not going to lie. If they go out there and continue to look like that, it's going to cost a game or two.
100%. Watching that game, when we were watching the game, I think I made that exact comment. I was like, that right there, that's going to cost at least 2 or 3 games. Yeah, with special teams looking that bad,
terrible. And we're talking about a coaching staff that harps on, hey, if you're going to make this team, you know, you're going to have to play special teams. Well, unfortunately, Dave Canales, if we're going by that logic, it's a lot of niggas that's not going to make this team. A lot. And I will say this, times like these, preseason game 1, lets you know how valuable Sam Franklin was to this team. And my co-host just thought I was dick eating all the time, which he always does. But nevertheless, for all my Sam Franklin truthers out there, this is why he stuck around Carolina as long as he did, even though if you put him on a first-team defense, he's not going to look the best. It's because of the effort that he gave on special teams. Because I guarantee you, niggas wouldn't have been sliding like that without getting stretched or at least getting chatted to after they got stretched.
Yeah.
But he would be doing it too.
Another statement I will make, especially with the way this defense has looked thus far, even though it's only one preseason game, you cannot afford to put this defense in those kind of situations with fuck-ups on special teams. I'm telling you, that's not a game that you want to play. You cannot afford to do that with this defense. Not as is, not the way it's looking right now. Yeah,
my bad. Hey, I didn't see, bro. You know I need a new prescription, so I'm just saying. Like, I just put it up. I swear, God struck me dead. Man. I didn't see that. Hey, QJ, chill, bro. Chill.
Well, I mean, you done put them on the big screen.
Yeah, I know. That was unfortunate for me. My apologies.
QJ said he wished Bryce had Shador swagger.
Yeah, me too. At some points, I would just like for Bryce to drop his nuts. I agree with him.
I don't.
I agree with him.
I don't. I think Bryce has.
He does that motherfucker. What did he say? Nigga, I'm in 233. Like, yo, nigga, let your nuts hang. They want to hate. Cool, fuck them.
You sad. You should have just put on that Browns jersey like the baby did.
No, he's a. No,
we're live. We're live.
Yeah, I know.
We're live.
No. Terrence, please don't try and set us up like that again. If you don't mind. Because that was the craziest shit I've ever seen in my life.
I think Bryce has his own swagger though. I think he got his own swag. It's a more quiet confidence. He's not all showboaty. Yeah. No, it's definitely not that. Because when he led them motherfuckers right down the field and scored like it was nothing, the nigga walked off the field and took his pads off. Said, "Yeah, I'm done. Yeah, I'm done. I don't need to do it. Yeah, I'm done." The job is
only playing 2 drives this week.
He was only going to do that regardless.
The job is finished, bro. And you saw it at the end of last season too, when that motherfucker threw that little spinning touchdown against Atlanta. Little Curry-esque. I don't even got to watch it hit the receiver's hand. I know it's going to be there, and I'm going to walk off. You just don't like.
No, that's not true. That's not true. That's not true.
That's what it is. You just hate and think we all saw. Cool.
No, that's not the case.
You hate Curry. You hate Bryce.
I have an extreme respect for Curry now. I've been vocal about that over the last year and a half.
Hate Pistol Pete.
I mean, we don't need to revisit that, but there's a specific reason.
Please don't.
Why? I seen the nigga play a game of horse, and this is supposed, I'm supposed to gas him up. Like I won't put Steph in front of him and fucking fry him for 30 straight points. I mean, and the only thing I said was I could find 18 point guards in the league right now that'll fuck Pistol Pete up. I didn't lie because I proceeded to go down the list and there was no fucking objection. Simple. Yeah. I'll put T. Like I say,
I didn't mean to start a whole discourse. My bad. It was a joke. It was a joke, bro. Calm down.
Yeah, bro. Could you?
We don't need to start a whole discourse on it.
Brendan, that's a great way to. Actually, I'm not even gonna say. Let me take it down. Go cop your Carolina Reaper tees now. Go cop your Carolina. Yes.
Yeah, don't.
And I think that's part of his daddy's fault. That's part of his daddy's fault. Because I heard back in high school that nigga used to chat real bad, and Unc had to sit him down and be like, "Hey, nigga, you gotta chill a little bit." And unfortunately, I just wish he never had the conversation with the nigga. I do. I can't.
Bro, that's the facade, bro. He comes off like that, but at the end of the day, you know who he is.
I don't.
You don't know who he is?
No.
It's the Reaper. Get down or fucking lay down.
Yeah. Well. Let me just chill. Let me see what's next. We can look at some PFF grades real quick. And also, I don't want y'all to get it confused. Like, I personally, I will speak for all of us. I think we all watched the game the first time around. We all watched film. Well, I know one of us watched film. No, I think everybody watched film. But it's just no point in talking about a preseason game in totality. Like, we already know Jack Plummer's ass. So I don't think that we need to go first, second, third, fourth quarter like we typically do for our regular season matchups because it's just no point. So yeah, all of that being said, we did watch the game in totality. We watched film, but it's just like there's only a certain amount of things that I want to talk about tonight, and we're running short on time because I'm not trying to be here all night. I'm just not. Here we go.
Oh my God.
We got to get this up, bro.
Give it a break.
Yeah, we got to get this up.
Because
appreciate you tuning in, though, for sure. But we got to give it a break. It's over with. Yeah, he would, but I mean, he would try to. Let's say that. And I would tell him the same thing. I can give him 18 point guards in the NBA right now that'll fuck Pistol Pete up. Real bad. Real bad. Yeah. It would get messy for that nigga. Real bad. But, you know, let's look at some PFF grades real quick. And I will say, like, when y'all looking at these PFF grades, kind of take it with a grain of salt because, like, their grading scale is a little fucked. I'll say that, for lack of better terms.
It's more than a little.
Yeah, but these are some of the grades. And shout out to Edgar, because I'm pulling all of this from Edgar Salmingo Jr. on X. If y'all don't follow him, great follow. I don't believe he creates any content. He's just a X personality, I believe. But he puts out a lot of great information, and he does a lot of these type things with charts and stuff like that. So if y'all don't follow him, go tap in with him, because I got all of the PFF grades that we're gonna look at tonight. I got those from him. But we can take a look right here. Highest graded Panthers on offense for preseason game 1 versus the Browns. See Icky at the top.
He must have tuned in. Shout out Ick. No Myles Garrett. I would hope Myles so.
Garrett. Yeah. Bryce, TJ Luther, Jared Kingston, Jalen Coker. Hey, this Jared Kingston name, y'all better get very familiar with it. Y'all better get very familiar with it because, hey, they said, let me pull myself back up for a second. They said Damian Lewis is dealing with a shoulder. He was back at practice today. I think they said he was working to the side, but they also put that week-to-week tag on him. Other names that have had a week-to-week tag placed on them in the past from this coaching staff and regime: Jonathan Brooks, Tommy Tremble, DJ Wanham last year. So, yeah, I don't know what you want to make of that. And then today during practice, Robert Hunt went down with an ankle injury. Now, I think he did come back in for 1 or 2 reps, but then he was shut down for the duration of practice. So for me, that gives me cause for pause.
Breathe.
It makes me very, very nervous. It does. Go ahead.
I was just telling you to breathe.
Thanks for your assistance. And then I just got to hear this nigga just keekling, cackling, hooting, and hollering in the background, like, you know. Or I just can't acknowledge that.
Them words be getting to you sometimes, bro. But it's all right.
I didn't chew enough neural gum today.
I think you chewed too much. That's the problem.
You need to stop that shit.
I mean, Tavian's boy.
Woo!
The lowest.
As soon as I think I did it to him, bro. I put the pressure on him. I said I was gonna be looking out for him, and he goes and pisses down his leg in the middle of the football game.
Yeah, that shit was terrible. Just, I mean, and for me to see my two starters, Terrence's boy,
didn't he got a sack, didn't he? I think he got a sack.
Obviously not, if that nigga is graded that low.
Yeah, that's why I don't know if that's. Go slow, bro. Go slow, because I think bro ended up getting a sack.
I mean, I think it's I think the most alarming stat of all of this, regardless of the individual player grades, is that 3 of the 5 are linebackers. Actually, sorry, 4 of the 5 are linebackers. Now, DJ Wanham's an outside linebacker. We'll call him an edge. So for the purposes of this, we'll just call him an edge. But still, 3 of the 5 are linebackers. That's bad news.
Inside backers, specifically.
Let you know that room is very, very thin. And then, I mean, the guys that are starting, they didn't really show too much. Trevan Wallace, he played okay. But Christian Roseboom, I mean, I've seen him make a few tackles, but it seems like y'all were already in an uproar on X about that, so I won't go back into that. But yeah, that is alarming. And with DJ Wanham, he got a QB hit. My fault.
Yeah, there's another nigga that just can't get the fucking job done. What's new? Here's a look at what our free agent acquisitions did in preseason game 1. Of course, every single list that you see tonight that's negative in any shape, way, form, Turk is going to be towards the bottom, which is kind of pissing me off. But I'm going to go slow and remain calm for tonight.
Bobby's up there, though.
Yeah, because Bobby went fair. Look at him. Mm-hmm. Yeah, he was sliding. I'm not going to hold you. Let me see.
I mean, maybe it'll look a little bit better. Apparently, DB is supposed to get some reps next game. So we can
he's a full go.
Yeah, we can see what he looks like.
Based on what I heard. So that means that we should just chill.
Yeah, I mean, I will hope that shit looks a little bit different.
Here are all the rookies. Nick Scorton. I believe Nick Scorton had the highest PFF grade on the team, if I'm not mistaken. And we talked about Princely. He honestly didn't play terrible. Just if we're going just simply based off PFF grades, like we mentioned earlier already, just take these with a grain of salt because their scale is a little bit jaded. But I would say Nick Scorton's grade is relatively accurate, to be honest, because he definitely impacted the game when he was on the field.
He got a dome on him. My God. Cameras did not do him. They didn't do him no favors for that one.
I just have a feeling probably that he will put you 6 feet under.
I mean, probably. Look at that fucking head. Knock somebody out like that. Jesus.
Cam Jackson also, since we're talking about rookies or we're showing the rookie PFF grades, Cam Jackson looked pretty good the other day. And he's been a guy that I kind of personally have swept under the rug just because, like, he wasn't a high draft pick. We haven't really heard much from him in regards to camp as a whole. But he didn't look half bad. I'm going to see, actually, if I can pull up. I think it was Dunk that made a
Well, I think from the Cam Jackson perspective, I just thought it would be hard for him to really get work in that room just because, like, that defensive line is just so deep with, like, free agent acquisitions, just guys that have been there. So that's why he wasn't really high on my list. But even at FanFest, he didn't look half bad either. He was making some plays.
Yeah.
With that list you just pulled up, I saw Lathan Ransom had a 71.5 or 3, whatever that grade was. That was kind of surprising to me because I started this thing off, like, I didn't really notice Lathan Ransom all that much.
He was in on a lot of plays. He was in on a lot of tackles, bro. I'll say that. He was in on a lot of tackles, but they were also trying him a lot in coverage, which is why I said take that shit kind of with a grain of salt, to be honest. Here's a mashup on some of the plays that Cam Jackson had. Let me pull this. That's a good rush.
DJ Johnson.
Big bro. That's a damn good rep to me.
No, it is.
That's a damn good rep. Because, like, honestly, if 57 just comes off his ass and feels better, there's just more congestion there. And then, like, we still make the play for a minimal gain. But if we attack that gap a little bit better that he created, and we get under that trap skin or that fucking hook block, yeah, that's a good rep from Cam right there. Not gonna lie.
It is.
I mean, that one just stalemate for real. That ain't that crazy. That one he got kind of pushed out the hole a little bit worse than he did on that previous one. Yeah, they moved his big ass on that real bad.
I think part of it was whoever that came. His own teammate knocked him a little bit too. That previous one.
That's not terrible either for our linebackers flow better.
It kind of got washed though.
Gotta go with the gap. If he got gap responsibility though, somebody got to be coming off his ass. I don't know where bro was going.
Go back
right
a little bit.
57 again.
But
I guess that's his key though, coming across his face like that. But I mean, shit.
Yeah, that was Ben.
That was Ben Martin Scott. That's who 57 is.
Yeah, he's ass, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen 2 shit reps from him. And just restarted. So I mean, not terrible. Not terrible at all. What up? What's popping, man? Shout out you, bro. Appreciate you tuning in.
Yeah, yes. The linebackers.
Yes.
Yeah, extremely.
It's disgusting, bro. It's terrible. It's terrible. Let me see. This is highest graded via PFF right here. Defensively,
the front office definitely has some work to do in terms of reaching out and scouring the markets for some linebackers.
Yeah, I would agree with that. But you like to see this, Sam Roberts. Dunk did a mashup on him as well. I guess that we should just pull it up, huh? Since we're pulling up Cam Jackson. We might as well pull this up for him too. I think that's the one. No, it's not the one. This is the one. Here we go. This is Sam Roberts. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I like that big boy work, nigga.
Yeah, I like the way he plays
that shit. Yeah, get off me. I like that shit there.
Fought off too long.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some solid reps.
I said I like that shit. Top 3 highest graded defensive player on the team. Like it. Corey Thornton.
What you were talking about. Top 3 graded were all I said that's what you were talking about. Top 3 graded were all defensive linemen, which is what it's going to have to be.
Yeah, like legitimately, that's what's going to have to happen every time, bro. Shout out to Dunk. I want to make sure we credit everybody that anybody's content that we use, whatever the case may be. I want to make sure we credit them. So shout out to them. Shout out to Dunk. Shout out to Edgar. Shout out to Sheena too. Earlier when I played the Dave Canales clip, that was her video that we played back. So shout out to Sheena on that one as well. Let me see this. This is a Corey Thornton mashup right here, I believe. Yeah. Boundary and field. This one's a little bit longer because he had a lot of great reps.
Scoop.
I mean, yeah, that shit there.
Deontay Star Johnson.
Yeah, that shit there is locked. I'm not gonna hold you.
Yo, boy.
He's a bum. Shout out Deontay Johnson for doing absolutely nothing as a Carolina Panther.
And he dropped Shadour's first pass too.
Mm-hmm.
Scoop.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we're gonna watch this probably about 5 times or so. Yeah. Great job at just like fucking staying loyal to your responsibility, getting through the trash, and fucking finishing the rep. That's the type of shit right there that kind of makes my pecker. Yeah. Just saying.
Calm down.
No Diddy. No Diddy.
You're never beating those accusations.
This one kind of got caught on his heels a little bit. Overcommitted to the goal. Bailing out.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Forced him to the boundary. But that's why I said he had a lot of good reps, though, bro. A lot of good reps. There's still some that he lost, obviously. Guys ain't going to win every rep, but, bro, the way he was attacking.
He's not afraid to hit. He's definitely not afraid to hit.
To me. Say it again.
He's not afraid to hit.
No, hell no, not at all. Everybody checking. Hands on. Yeah, ran that route for him. For sure. This is the touchdown. I still think that's phenomenal coverage, bro. I still think that's phenomenal coverage. Just a crazy throw. You undercut the route.
You can't.
There's just no other way he can throw the football.
Yeah.
Like that shit should be tipped right there. Shit should be tipped right there. That's just incredible. Like you just can't do shit about that right there.
That's Brown's 5th string quarterback for you.
Yep. That's what they say.
Still after this game. Tackle.
He does a great job. He does a great job at attacking the football, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Like,
yeah, he broke on that fast.
Yeah. In his hip. He does get kind of handsy. I will say that. I saw that on a rep that he had with T-Mac earlier today in one-on-ones. He gets handsy. Like right here, bro, at some point or another, you gotta let him go.
Yeah, because he's not even looking for the ball at that point.
Yeah,
it's gonna be a PI.
Yeah,
definitely gonna throw that.
Yeah,
He's got some good closing speed.
That shit should have been a pick.
Yeah,
that was the same concept that they ran back to back. That shit should be a pick. Just a deep crosser. Yeah. That shit was strapped up then too. And then back to back.
Yeah.
That's gonna be the only thing he's gonna have to work on, bro. He gets very, very handsy. Like out of this break, regular season, this is gonna be a penalty. Like you can tell from that he's holding.
Mm-hmm.
But it's still good coverage.
Ooh. I hope the ball's already out.
Oh my God.
I pray that the ball is already out.
God.
Somebody ain't.
The ball's got to be. Okay, he's throwing it. Okay, good.
It is.
Oh my God.
But a hard pump fake there. And over here,
free.
Because I mean, my God, Jesus Christ, shit.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. Not bad though. Corey Thornton. Yeah, I'm a fan.
Yeah.
Oh, let me see.
QJ asked if Corey's a rookie.
Yeah.
Yes, he's an undrafted rookie. Undrafted rookie from Louisville. And he's been going crazy all camp.
Panthers with another hidden gem.
Yep. Referred to the beginning of the episode. But I don't necessarily disagree, even though I still trust him.
So let's see. All right, so
I touched on Dame and Robbie. Excel, we touched on that. Stood out. Yeah, okay, cool. So who out of everything we just covered more or less, who stood out the most to you guys from preseason week 1 against Cleveland?
For me, it was Jalen Coker. Just because of all the reasons that we talked about at the beginning of the show. But I thought it was Jalen Coker.
I'm gonna say Nick Score. I think that coming in, he had a lot to prove because we haven't seen much of him in training camp, and he was kind of overshadowed by Princely as well, just because like his pass rushing ability is a little bit more sick and a little bit more pure pass rusher. So I think that kind of overshadowed Nick Scorton a lot. But I think he go on Sundays, he'll get a lot of valuable reps, rotating in and out with Pat Jones and DJ Wano. And went and made his money early. And so I think that he was one that probably stood out the most. And Corey Thornton.
Yeah, I mean that's who mine is. Corey Thornton for sure. Thornton for sure. Y'all, if y'all got the opportunity to watch my interview with Alex Zetlow last week, Thursday actually before the game, if y'all didn't, go check that out once we wrap up here. But that was one of the things that I discussed with him, and one of the questions that I had was regarding Corey Thornton and if he was as good as advertised. And Alex did his best to sell me on him. I was still hesitant and reserved just because I told him, like, bro, I personally got to see it for myself. I do. And I know that the Browns don't have the greatest receiving core. I know that at times Corey Thornton was going up against, second and third string wide receivers. In that same breath, the reps that I saw from him, the overwhelming majority of the reps that I saw from him, he looked damn good. He did, specifically to be an undrafted free agent, bro. Like, and those guys are always just so much more hungry than, anybody else that isn't necessarily or that is guaranteed a spot on the roster, because every single day they come into work, they're fighting for their lives, literally. So, I mean, shout out Corey Thornton. That's for me personally, that's who impressed me the most. Let's see. Are we gonna do juice today? We'll scratch 2 minute. We'll scratch 2 minute. This is gonna be like so risky for me to do. I damn near don't even want to do it the way that I'm thinking about. I'm about to do it, bro. Yeah. Y'all just want to read off y'all's juice tickets. I was gonna like show it, but I'm not trying to share my messages like that for real. And I didn't save them. Or can I just click on it and then move this over? Actually, yeah, I can do it that way. I think. Let me make sure before I pull this shit up. Yeah, let's do it that way. Yeah.
You gonna get the Is there a way to get the music rolling on stream, or is that?
Nah.
Are we still all tied?
Can y'all see this or no?
No.
Oh, okay, cool. Well, I can't even do it that way. All right.
Yeah, I believe it's a 2. I think everybody's at 2, unless Dylan's at 1 still.
Yeah, I don't know. I'll read mine off first, and then I'll read Dylan's, and then y'all go ahead with y'all's if y'all already send it.
Dylan, if you're in the chat, put the scores up for Juice.
So for this week, if y'all want to make some chocho, I got the way to do it. Carolina Panthers versus Houston Texans over 38.5 points. Baltimore Ravens to cover the -1.5 against Dallas. Miami Dolphins money line against the Lions, and the New England Patriots money line against the Vikings. I believe that's like a +965, if I'm not mistaken. So go put that in ASAP. Dylan is back on his golf wave. Xander Schauffele, top 20 finish. Rory McIlroy, top 20 finish. Eagles, money line. Bears, money line. That is a +425. Very soft. Very soft.
All right. Mine is a +496. I got the New York Mets money line against the Braves.
What day?
This is on Tuesday.
Got you.
Philly line against Cleveland. Got the Chargers money line against the Rams, and then I got the Colts money line against Green Bay +496.
Cool. Soft. Step aside. All right, I got the juice for y'all. I got the juice for y'all. +962. Dallas Cowboys money line versus the Baltimore Ravens. Carolina Panthers money line versus the Houston Texans, and the Seattle Seahawks money line versus the Kansas City Chiefs. Lock.
Actually, if you guys want to make some real money, I would highly encourage you to fade every single one of those picks. And then
lock it. It's a hit. It's a nuke. Whatever you want to call it. It's good money.
Tell him to go put his bread on it.
Yeah.
It's on it. I always put in my juice tickets. I never do nothing that I wouldn't tell y'all to do. I put in all my juice tickets.
God forgive him, bro. God forgive. Just.
So when I lose, y'all lose. When I win, y'all win.
All he does is lie. Oh my God.
We're in it together, man. And when you win your money off of the juice ticket, y'all can thank me by going ahead and copping these beautiful cream and or white t-shirts.
Good plug, man. Go plug. Good plug. Go cop the Reaper tee right now, man. Black, white, and cream. Whatever you need, whatever you desire, whatever you want, we got them right now at www.forpanthersfansonly.com. Or if you're on X, what you can do is shoot us a DM, tell us your size, send the chocho, and in the message where you send the chocho, give us your size and address, and we'll make sure we get the shirt shipped out to you. I'm going to reemphasize this point. Please give us 3 to 6 weeks to ship. I'm going to try my best. To get everybody's shirts to them that orders from now until next week before week 1. That is my goal. So don't, because I mean, we just got a DM. I just saw Dylan. I just saw your message. We just got a DM from somebody about express payment, express delivery. Please give us 3 to 6 weeks to ship. That's the only thing that I can say. And I would just highly encourage you to pay for the cheapest shipping method possible. Please give us 3 to 6 weeks to ship. But that being said, go cop them right now, because you will get them. There's nobody that has ordered and didn't receive their shirt. And if we ever fucked up on an order, I just sent them another shirt free of charge. No shipping, no nothing. So go order that right now. Like I said, www.forpanthersfansonly.com. or you can shoot a DM over to our X page or our Instagram, and we'll make sure that we get that taken care of for y'all. Let me see. I think that may be it. We'll open up. Oh.
My fault. My shit started glitching. My shit started glitching.
Let me just have it right.
My fault.
Or I'll say 10 minutes. So 10, 9 minutes. We'll open up like for the chat to send any questions that they may or may not have, and we'll just shoot the shit for the next 9 minutes, and then we're out of here. So, if y'all have any questions,
or if y'all disagreed with anything we said,
that too.
Now's your time. Get it out now while we're here live and can address you. Don't hide behind the comments of a video or Twitter or whatever it is. For those of y'all that always be like, the dude behind the camera don't know what he's talking about, I'm right here.
He doesn't at times. They're right.
I'm right here. You can say it right now, and I can dispute you. I can dispute you.
That was very anticlimactic.
I really didn't know where I wanted to go with it.
I feel like you wanted to start tweaking out and cussing niggas out, but you decided.
I did, but I we're on the live. You told me to tone it back, so I'm working on myself and I'm working on toning it back.
Fair, I respect that. I mean, if we don't get any questions, that's going to be A-okay with me. Shout out to everybody that sent a super chat and super thanks today, man. Round of applause again. Shout out to all y'all, man. I think it was a phenomenal stream.
That was love, man. That was much appreciated, y'all. I needed it for my mental health.
He needed it for his mental health, so shout out to y'all for saving him. Hey, do you want to check on your boy? And see? Oh, okay, here he is.
Back up, bro. Back up on the show, bro.
Oh, relax.
Yeah, I was about to say I could hear him tweaking already.
No questions? Okay, cool.
No questions. So that must mean that we must have did a great job. Oh, another super chat to close things off, man.
Yes, sir. Nick from the Tri-State.
Nick from
Jesus Christ. I got it, bro. I got it. Ahead, what's your expectation with the guy, Trevan Wallace? Whoo! Nick, boy, you just opened up a can.
Well, I mean, that's why we opened it up. This is why it's our Fan Blitz segment. Listen, I think Trevan Wallace is going to be okay. We've had multiple conversations over the last 2 or 3 weeks, about not being overly excited about Trevan Wallace just because of what he's shown us or lack thereof on film last year. But as far as expectations, I expect him to be a competent linebacker. When you're the Carolina Panthers, specifically Dan Morgan, who I think does a good job at assessing talent, or we assume does a good job at assessing talent. From a linebacker standpoint, when you're a 3rd round pick, and a lot of people deem you to be a reach or a stretch or however you want to verbalize it, we expect you to produce. We do. So, I mean, my answer in short is just to be competent. I think the D-line is going to do their job well enough for you, if you're Trevan Wallace, to produce at a medium to high level. If you just do your job and you play fast and you come correct. If you don't, then
fix that.
Relax, pause. Relax. He just can't even help himself, bro. I see his face, bro, and I'm trying to just look up.
Bro, you gotta bridge that. You gotta bridge that. It's a lot quicker, bro. You gotta.
I mean, you just let it sit there.
Yeah, that has to be a lot quicker, bro. I'm not gonna lie.
What did I say?
I'm not even gonna repeat it. It just has to be a lot quicker.
Oh, can I say if he comes correct?
Yeah, but all right, go ahead,
bro. Finish your soliloquy.
Yeah, but I mean, listen, that's it. That's how I feel. My expectations for him is to be a competent, semi-productive linebacker. If that's too much to ask, as my co-host would say, beat the fucking traffic. Or let me say it more PC, beat the traffic, buddy. Thank you for your services. But if he can't do that, then what the fuck do we need him for?
Mine is TBD. Like I really don't know what my expectations for him is, because like he doesn't have a choice but to be in a role that he's in. It's not like that there's a lot of guys that we have that are better than him. We've seen Bam Martin Scott. We've seen what he brought to the table. Trevan Wallace did at least look half decent this past preseason game. So yeah, it's just for him to be serviceable, but that's only because he's the only one that we got outside of Christian Roseboom. As sad as it is to say, like this linebacker room is not very good, especially inside linebackers. So it's TBD. It really is. And he's in there by default, basically. But he played early on last year because he was put into that position with, Shaq Thompson going down. So he got thrown in the fire early. So hopefully, being that he took his lumps early, he can be a lot more productive this year. But it's still a lot left to be desired with him as well.
Yeah, and kind of going off of what y'all said, my only expectation for Trevan this year is for him to not be a detractor. When you're on the field, don't make negative plays. Like I just don't want to see him making negative plays that are costing the team, throughout the course of the game, giving up touchdowns, blowing coverage, missing tackles. Like go out there and do your job and be serviceable in the role. And if you do that, then I'll consider it a successful season for Trevan Wallace. And if you go out there and you show that you're taking advances into becoming a good player, because right now I wouldn't even consider him an average player. So if you can come out and be an average player this season and then take advances into being a good player, I would consider him below average, like a step below average, because I saw you making that face. If you can come out and be an average player for the duration of the season and then take steps to becoming a good player, then I'll think that's a successful season. And that's what my expectations are. I want to see Trevan develop, and I want to see him not be a detractor.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. I don't disagree with that at all. I just making a face just because I wanted to know what category you were going to put him in. Like,
yeah, I mean, I'm not going to call him dog shit.
Bad. Okay, cool. Like that's why I was wondering if that's where you were going. That's the only reason I made that face. I respect it. I think he is slightly below average at this very time in his career. I do. So I'd agree with that. Any more questions? 2 minutes. 2 minutes. 2 minutes, and we're gonna wrap it up. Shout out to Nick for the super chat, man. Nick, shout out to you, brother. Dylan says send him his super thanks via Cash App.
Go slow, Dylan. Go slow.
Very, very, very slow. Very slow. Well, let's wrap it up, man. I don't see anything else coming in. Yeah.
Cool.
Damn. I just lost. What the fuck is going on, bro? Oh.
Did it unplug?
Yeah. I guess a nigga thought I wasn't on my P's and Q's. Close us out, Terrence.
Oh, cool. Everybody dropped backstage. Yeah. Thank you guys for tuning in. If you haven't, like, comment, subscribe, follow us on all DSPs, and make sure to go to the website, copy your Reaper tee. Got all colors, black, white, cream. Go cop those. But yeah, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll be back next week. I see Eric just got in the chat. Shout out to you, Eric. Brendan, I don't think the Browns are dumb enough to let Shedeur go anywhere, but that's just me. But yeah, you got anything to say?
No, I think he did a good job. Shout out to everybody that tuned in. No, we cannot get Shedeur as a backup quarterback. The Browns would be probably the dumbest organization on planet Earth if they were to release him, specifically after what we saw from him this year, or this week rather. And yeah, I don't know. I'll talk to y'all and see if y'all are going to be able to join, but I want to do kind of like a training camp wrap up after that joint practice later on in the week, and then take a look at what we're going to do heading into preseason week number 2 against the Houston Texans. You'll be out of town. Is that why you're shaking your head?
Yeah, I won't be there for any game previews at the end of this week, and I won't be there for our episode next week.
Okay, got you. Good. That's cool. But yeah, shout out to everybody that tuned in. Let me pull this up really quick before we wrap. Yeah, if you haven't done so already, tap in with us on social media. Ooh, I don't even play the game, bro, but I'll take my 2 versus you and yours any day of the week.
I promise you would get dragged, Brody. You would get dragged.
Panthers Prime Podcast.
Shout out to Big Bro.
It ain't even close.
It's not going that way. And to be honest, I haven't played the game consistently. I'd say probably in about 2.5, 3 years.
Don't say
it. And I will probably get back on that Madden shit. And yeah, for sure. I think the last nigga I played in here, I think I clipped him.
No, you didn't. You know for a fact that didn't happen.
Oh, you lost to Dylan?
Oh, you.
Panthers Prime lost to Dylan?
Bro lost to. You think you could be. All right. Yeah. Yeah.
He shut the whole stream. Oh.
The stream. Yeah.
PPP, yeah. You shut the whole stream down? He said he cheated. Dylan, how'd you cheat?
It whooped him a little too bad. It whooped on him a little too much. Yeah, hey, you got PPP. You gotta beat Dylan before you get up here.
He said, "Load up, drop your PSN or your gamer tag."
You gotta beat Dylan before you get up here.
I'll broker the deal. We won't play nothing for free, man. What's up? What's happening? I got $20 on. Matter of fact, I got 50 on Terrence, and I got 20 on Tavian. Cause
man, you need to put 100 on me.
In Madden, college, I don't know. In Madden, I got 50 on Terrence, and I got 20 on Tavian.
Oh, I've been whooping.
In college, I got 100 on Tavian, and I got 15 on Terrence. Because I heard Tavian be whooping on the boy. So
bad whooping on him.
What's y'all's record now?
5-1.
Still the same record. It's just so
he ain't. So you got his heart.
He said he don't want to play the game no more. He hasn't stepped back on the game since that day.
That's not what I said, bro. And then you know how he get up here just lying, bro. Typical Tavian.
You said you was done with this shit. You said he was like, I hate the game. It's too arcade. I'm not playing this shit no more.
No, I didn't say that. I did say it was too arcade and the game was bullshit. I never told that nigga I wasn't gonna play him again. Nigga just get up here lying. But hey, get your little fame off. I mean, Madden just came out, Battlefield came out, still got 2K.
Oh my God, I'll be whooping them. I'll be laying shit down at that Battlefield, boy.
Apparently,
y'all
that
team?
Huh?
Y'all don't be playing on the same team?
No, we
Battlefield,
do. Yeah.
You be carrying him?
That shit gets trenched out. Battlefield gets trenched out. I ain't gonna lie.
I get it. Do you be carrying him?
No.
I definitely did when he first hopped on that bitch. Yeah, because he wasn't a fucking lick of help, boy.
Bro, I didn't even know the control.
Oh my God.
He's not the best at shooters because I remember when I was playing consistently, I used to have to carry the boy.
Bro, no, you didn't, bro. I still got clips from Call of Duty, bro, where I was playing. I was hanging them fucking numbers up in Call of Duty, boy. Nigga just get on here lying.
I used to tell me I had to use to carry that nigga. Matter of fact, you was up there. I don't gotta tell you.
Like I said, I got the clips. I don't delete that. I got a few clips where you so bad like clutch up moments. Yes, nigga. Yes, and I'll
it was a few of them.
And I'll send
it was.
And I'll send
you start getting a little bit jumpy, and when that circle starts tightening up.
Yeah.
I just personally don't recall that. I don't. I mean, I'm not here to lie to y'all. I don't recall that. Well, that's it. I mean, we done tried to close it out like 8 times. Make sure to tap in with us on social media. As you see all of the links down below. You can tap in with us on all DSPs as well. If you're watching on X, thank y'all so much for being here. For Panthers fans only on YouTube. If you want to like, comment, subscribe, and turn the bell notification on. Unfortunately, Tavian won't be closing the show out with us, but it's more fitting this way anyway, to be honest. I have the Ravens beating the Cowboys by 7 points or more. Their defense looked worse than the Panthers. So, yeah. And then I have to see Joe Milton, a nigga that, I mean, anyways.
Get him started, bro. Please.
I'll be back on next week, or excuse me, this week, later on in the week. I don't even know when our preseason game is, but I'll hop on. We'll talk about expectations and kind of what we're looking forward to heading into week 2 against the Houston Texans. Terrence, if you would like to join us, I'll send you information a little bit later on.
All right, let me check my schedule.
You don't even have to do all of that, bro, because your shit is not like you have kickball Wednesday and that's going to get rained out.
Yeah, I'm just booked right now. Got a lot of shit going on. A lot of motion.